In a city where mystery bleeds into the streets and every shadow seems to whisper secrets, the unthinkable happened. A woman, gone without a trace. She wasn't a tourist wandering Bourbon Street. She was part of the inner circle, one of the brightest minds at the world's largest mystery writers' convention. But by the time the last panel wrapped up that evening, she had vanished. And New Orleans would never forget the name. Bouchercon 2023. Bouchercon, known as the World Mystery Convention, draws writers, readers, and true crime enthusiasts from across the globe. In 2023, the event came to New Orleans, a fitting backdrop for a celebration of suspense. The historic Hotel Dauphine served as the headquarters, its polished chandeliers, creaking hallways, and French Quarter charm making it both welcoming and haunting. Among the hundreds of attendees was 41-year-old Elena Moretti, a crime novelist from Chicago. Known for her razor-sharp thrillers, Elena had just released a book critics called her masterpiece. It was supposed to be her weekend to shine. Saturday, September 9th, the final full day of Bouchercon. Elena attended her panel at 3 p.m., discussing the blurred lines between fiction and real crime. According to fellow authors, she seemed relaxed, engaged, even laughing between questions. At 4:12 p.m., she told a friend she was heading upstairs to drop something off. That was the last confirmed sighting. She didn't show up for the evening banquet. Her phone went straight to voicemail. And by Sunday morning, her room at the Hotel Dauphine was eerily untouched, bed made, luggage still zipped, her convention badge lying neatly on the desk. New Orleans police launched an immediate search. Hotel security footage showed Elena entering the elevator at 4:17 p.m. She pressed the button for the 5th floor. The camera caught her stepping out into the hallway. And then nothing. No footage of her leaving the building. No sign of her on any other floor. Officers swept every inch of the hotel. They searched the quarter, spoke to vendors, musicians, shop owners. But no one remembered seeing her. It was as if Elena had walked into the hotel's walls and never come out. Bouchercon attendees were rattled. And in a community obsessed with clues, theories spread faster than the humid night air. Some whispered about a stalker, someone who'd been sending Elena's strange emails in the weeks before the convention. Others pointed to the unlocked service stairwell at the end of the 5th floor hall. A few insisted the hotel's 200-year-old structure hid passages left over from its days as a merchant's mansion. And then there was the stranger. At 4:29 p.m., just 12 minutes after Elena left the elevator, a man in a wide-brimmed hat appeared in the lobby. He looked directly at the camera before walking out the front doors. No one recognized him. His name wasn't on the guest list. And despite clear footage, police have never identified him. Was he waiting for her? Or was it just a coincidence? For weeks, detectives worked the case. They drained the hotel's ancient cistern. They scoured abandoned buildings nearby. Cadaver dogs were brought in, but found no trace. Phone records placed Elena's last activity at 4:11 p.m., a text to a fellow author reading simply, "See you in 20." Her laptop, found in her room, was open to a half-finished email draft. The last line she typed read, "I think I know who's been following me." But the recipient field was blank. In a twist that unsettled even hardened investigators, the plot of Elena's new novel mirrored her disappearance. In the book, a mystery author vanishes during a literary festival in a historic city. The killer? A fellow attendee she once trusted. Fans debated whether Elena had been leaving clues, fiction as confession, or whether someone close to her was inspired by her work in the darkest way possible. 3 main theories dominate the conversations to this day. 1. She left on her own. Perhaps the pressure, fame, and the recent death of her father pushed her to walk away from her life. But why leave behind her passport, her wallet, and her manuscripts? 2. A targeted attack. The emails, the stalker talk, the mysterious man in the hat, it all points to someone waiting for the right moment. 3. A crime of opportunity. New Orleans sees over 200 reported disappearances a year. Was she simply in the wrong place at the wrong time? No theory has been proven, and the truth, it seems, is locked away with whoever took her. Bouchercon 2024 opened with a tribute to Elena. Writers spoke of her kindness, her sharp mind, her way of seeing the world as a series of puzzles to be solved. But her absence was a wound you could feel in the air. Every corner of the convention seemed to whisper her name. And somewhere in New Orleans, the answer still waits, maybe in a forgotten journal, maybe in the memory of someone too afraid to speak. In a city that thrives on secrets, some stories are told in the open, and some are swallowed whole. Elena Moretti's story remains unwritten, and until the last chapter is found, we're left with only questions and the echo of her footsteps in a hallway that leads nowhere.